Hey, everybody, welcome back to this week's show. Remember, follow me on Instagram at The Jesus Show NTO. You can find me on Facebook. Type in The Jesus Show, not that one. For the time being, you can find me on TikTok at The Jesus Show, not that one. You can find me on YouTube. Type in The Jesus Show, not that one, and email me your questions, comments, and concerns. The Jesus Show NTO at gmail.com. All right. This week, I was going to do something different, and then I decided not to because I wanted to have a very special guest on this week's show. And the guest is, that's right, my brother, Dude with a Crew. I don't know if you guys listened to the past couple episodes. I've been telling you guys to go listen, go watch and follow his YouTube page. The goal was for him to get 1,000 subscribers. Granted, he wants to continue to grow his YouTube page. So it wasn't that he was just trying to get to 1,000 followers and then he's done. No. But a major milestone was that he was trying to get to 1,000. He's going to be doing something soon. I don't think he's revealed what he's going to be doing, but he wanted to do something to celebrate the 1,000 subscribers. And he passed that. So huge congratulations to my brother. It's insane. It's pretty dope. And now he has something planned. Again, I'm being very vague because I don't know exactly what he's disclosed. But I wanted to have him on and just talk to him about how he feels, how he did it, and just give him some props because I'm very proud of my brother. It's cool to see when he first started doing his YouTube, when he started his YouTube channel, and going from, nobody to one person to 10 to 20 to 100, to 500. And I was like, whoa, that's crazy. And then, it just kept going and it keeps going. It's really cool to see my brother doing something. And I've told him, which I'm going to tell him when I bring him on. I've told him before that his videos have always made me feel as if I'm there with him. If I'm at home on a layover, if I'm on a walk with the boys, sometimes I just turn on a video. And I normally say like, I'll watch maybe like 5-10 minutes of it. And then 30, 40, 50 minutes, just depending on the video. Then I've watched the whole thing. And I've thought, holy shit, that's insane. But he at least makes me feel as if I'm there on the adventure with him. So yeah, I'm going to stop down real quick and we're going to bring my brother on. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the show. We have the one, the only Dude with a Crew.
Hey, what is up? How's it going?
Hey, man, thanks for taking the time out of your busy schedule to be once again on the show. Really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me. It's a huge, awesome moment for me. Deal. I appreciate it.
Hey, let them know where they can find you.
You can find me on YouTube, Dude with a Crew, DOOD with a crew spelled CRU, and then the same on Instagram and Facebook and TikTok and is it Twitter? X? No.
They call it X, but I know a lot of people still call it Twitter.
And I am not on MySpace. I am not.
Oh, no? Oh, well.
No, I'm not. Sorry.
You're not friends with, what's his name, Tom?
I'm not friends with Tom.
I post
No.
Tom.
Tom Segura, yes.
Well, we want to
Not
be
friends,
friends
but not
with
friends.
Tom
Friends.
Segura.
It's more like I follow him and he has no idea who the heck I am.
Correct. Yeah. No, no, no. Same, same. Sometimes I'll tell
Yeah.
people, my friend Tom, and they go, Tom, I go, Segura, they go, the comedian. I go, well, I'm more his friend than he's mine, but whatever. It's
Yeah. I'm his
semantics.
friend. He doesn't know that he's mine.
Correct. Very
Yeah.
true. So I wanted to have you on the show because
Yeah.
you've hit a pretty big milestone this week. What was it? Maybe 2 days ago
No, actually on Thursday
of last week.
of last week. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
That
Yeah.
it's been a few days now.
You've went from not having 1,000 subscribers to
No.
having 1,000 subscribers.
And actually 1,017 now.
Hey, nice.
Yeah. Pretty crazy.
So I know I sent you a message the day it
Yeah.
happened,
Yeah.
congratulating you, but I want to officially on camera say congratulations on reaching such a milestone, and I cannot wait to see 20, 30, 100,000 subscribers. You
That'd be
never
insane.
know. You never
That'd
know.
be really crazy. Honestly, um, when you sent me the message, even just you saying that right now, of all people, like you saying you're proud of me and all that stuff means a lot. Like that was it's huge, you know. You're my Tito. And
Hey,
I thank you for real.
I was I think I've shared this with you before, but I want to share it again. I've
Yeah.
I've told people that when I watch your videos, because I've been, I've talked to some people before and I go, oh yeah, my brother has a YouTube channel, and they go, oh, what kind of videos does he put out? And I tell them,
Yeah.
and they go, oh, and I've always shared with people that when I watch your videos, the first and foremost, the thing I always want to do is I want to make sure I watch it to make sure you get the view, right?
Thank you. Thank you.
But then I've said like, oh, I'll watch 5, 10 minutes of it. Let's say the video's 20, 30, 40 minutes.
Yeah.
And I go, okay, I'll watch like 5, 10 minutes of it. But then whatever I'm doing, I'm around the house, doing some stuff. I'm on a walk with the boys. I'm on a layover doing some stuff. And I find myself like 4 videos deep and I've watched the whole thing
Thank you.
because the way I feel like I definitely feel the joy that you're putting into making the video so it comes
Yeah.
across. So I want to
I hope so.
continue going on the journey with you.
Yeah.
And um it's just crazy that like I get wrapped up in, you know, uh, again, like 5, 10 minutes, and I'm like, oh well, what's gonna happen next? Oh yeah,
That's awesome.
oh ha, 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 ha. you know.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, man. I mean, I thoroughly enjoy the videos that you put out.
Thank you.
Aside
That
from
means a lot.
aside from that, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Aside
No,
from
no,
that,
no.
how does it feel to go from starting to over 1,000 followers now?
It's it- I'll be honest. So I don't see myself as anyone special, anything at all. Uh, so when I've seen these numbers jump over the years from nothing at all to now this, it's it's very crazy. It's very humbling that people want to see me. I always feel like I don't know what the heck I'm doing out there.
Yeah,
I'm always just point and shoot at the camera. And I'm like, hey, look over there. I've also always felt as though there's enough of those like pro YouTubers out there that add in the fancy shots, add in this and I don't know cinematic type of look, and I'm like, they'll take care of that. I'll just be the amateur dude saying, "Hey, I don't know what that is. Like, look over there."
yeah.
And I get overly excited sometimes with seeing certain things. So the fact that we've gotten that this far to now 1,000 plus, it is just wild to me. because I still see myself as just a random dude, not knowing what the heck I'm doing. And it really means a lot to have people follow along on these videos. And then I was not one that would follow like the numbers per se. Of course, I'd see the subscriber count, but I wouldn't really follow along of like how many shares, how many likes, how many views on a video. I've always felt if I might get one view on a video, if I might get 1,000 or more, I still love doing it, no matter what. I still enjoy making these videos. I'm not trying to surpass like any view or anything like that. So
Yeah.
it's I just really love making these videos and hanging out, as I always say, with a crew. I always want it to be a thing of you're there with me. I never want that separation of like I'm doing this and you're just gonna watch later. I always
Yeah.
want it you're there with me, and I truly feel as though everyone is there with me. And just the awesome feedback I've gotten back from a lot of people and seeing the numbers of shares, views, I've shared that more now with the crew because it's like I said, I was keeping that to myself, but then I was thinking that they're putting in the work too. And as much
Yeah.
as sometimes people might think I'm just watching a video, but like, no, you have no idea how much you watching, you liking, if you share the video, how much that actually impacts the channel. Because then YouTube shares with other random people, like they push out my videos even more.
Yeah.
So that's why I've shared that more with people that look, we have this many views in 1 week, we have this many watch hours. I'm getting like 4,000 plus watch hours in a week, and
That's
it is
insane, dude.
crazy. Like I
It's
can't
dope.
believe it. Yeah, so it's very just humbling that people want to watch this channel, and I don't also feel like it's me. Sometimes I just feel like it's just the things that I go out there to show off. Um, I've had the awesome opportunity to meet a good amount of people that actually watch the videos, and it's pretty crazy that people are like, "Hey, it's dude," and it's
Yeah.
weird because I still kind of when I hear someone say, "Hey, dude," I kind of take it as like not not dude the channel, right? They're just like, hey dude. So I'm like, oh sorry, like I'll kind of like, oh my bad, type of thing. They're like, no, 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 like dude. I'm like, oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's right. So it's pretty cool. There was a kid, his name is Noah,
I was just
who
gonna
went,
say that.
yeah,
I was gonna bring up that.
he specifically went to a anime convention thing that they had at a mall around here in Clovis, and he specifically went to that event just to see me.
That's tight.
He didn't really care about all the other stuff that was happening. Like that was cool. He said, that, yeah, it's cool to see that, but yeah, they were like, I came to see you, and that's insane to have that. I made a video with someone else called Levi. He joined us on a construction update for the Fresno Chaffee Zoo,
Yeah.
and when they reached out to me that hey, he wants to meet you, but it's kind of like a surprise. We're not telling him that you're going to
His
be
parents
there.
reached out to you.
His parents reached out to me and
Oh, okay,
said, would it
okay.
be cool if you could surprise him with him joining a construction update?
Yeah.
I thought, and I told Jason, I was like, hey man, like what if they're like, surprise, here he is, and he's like, okay, you
Yeah.
know um which I was kind of expecting, like
Yeah.
okay. But to see his face when he turned around and noticed me, I was like, dude, wait, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I just see myself as a random dude, I'm
Yeah.
just me. So that's why it's crazy. It's crazy. I can't believe we've gotten here.
The one kid that went to not Levi. Levi was a construction
Yeah.
kid, right? Who's the other one?
Noah.
Noah.
Yeah.
Noah did an intro with you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was cool.
So
I remember you telling me in Alley, like, oh
mhm.
hey, I went to this, I was doing a video and this kid came here to see me. You're like,
Yeah.
insane. But I was like, dude, that's fucking awesome. You're like, yeah, but like it's just me. I'm like, yeah, but he wants to
Just
see
me.
you.
Yeah. It was cool
That's
because
cool.
yeah, I asked him, I was like, you want to do the intro? And he was like, yeah, but he said, you do it. Like, all right, well, you'll be in the intro with me.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, and with Levi and his family, first it was just like that meetup thing, but now like his family's awesome, and I've hung out with them a few
They've
times,
come out
quite a
to
few
a couple
times.
things, right?
Yeah, they've shown
Right.
up for Timberland's wrestling event, and then for also Timberland's friends band that play a couple times. They've gone out to see them, and then we just recently did a geocaching adventure, which might come out like next week, maybe. I'm not sure, but yeah, that'll be coming out. But yeah, it's just really cool. The awesome people that I've met because of the channel. Another group of people that I've met is
Sorry. That was
is
a hair. I
Team
kept looking at me.
Scream. Yeah, it was like I see you. Team Scream, and that's the haunted maze people.
Yeah.
So just the whole group of them that I've been able to do the things that they've allowed me to do, like seriously with no restrictions. They're like, dude, you can do whatever you want. Like you can show whatever you want. Go ahead. It's really cool. And then now that they have a haunted or a Halloween convention coming up,
Yeah.
the same thing, I'm very much like I don't want to have or I don't feel entitled, and I don't want no one to feel as though that's what I am or anything like that.
Yeah.
So very much so when I can, I ask like, hey, is it okay if I record? Is it okay if I do this? And Team Scream and Haunt Mayor have told me like, dude, whatever you want, like stop asking. Like you have free range to do whatever the heck you want. But
But
yeah,
I
it's
think
it's it's
but I think that's one of the things that lends people to want to give you that full access, because it's not like you walk into places or you go into some, you go into business wherever you go, and you
yeah,
don't think to yourself like, I can do whatever I want because I'm who I am. Like, no, no, no.
yeah, no,
um
no.
I think that's one of the cool things about you. And getting back to one of your points where you said, you enjoy doing the videos.
Hmm.
And again, I'll tell you the same thing I've told you before. When you're making these videos, it seems very effortless.
Hmm.
You go
Thank you.
to a
Thank
you go to a restaurant, you go to an anime event, you go to a movie premiere, uh,
you. Yeah.
you go on a hike, whatever it is,
Yeah.
whatever you do seems very effortless. And it's just more like, at least to me, it doesn't seem like you're going to go like, I'm gonna go to this anime thing and
Yeah.
film this, right? It
Mhm.
feels like I'm going to an anime convention. Oh, hey, by the way, let me film this. Does
Yeah.
that make sense?
That's that's exactly what it is. Because
And I also like when you talk to the camera,
yeah.
or when you're talking to the crew, because it makes it, again, at least for me, it
Hmm.
makes it seem as if you and I are there together,
Yeah.
and we're walking, doing whatever, and we're having a conversation, and I'm right next to you because you'll say something. Yeah, yeah. Did you see that over there? I'm like, oh yeah, I
I hope
did.
so. Yeah.
Yeah,
Because there's times where I go and do these videos on my own, but I honestly don't feel like I am alone on these things. Um, I always feel like everyone at that moment is right there with me.
yeah,
So that's why I'm like, hey, what soda would you pick? Or like what candy would you guys pick?
yeah.
Or
Little things
what
like that. I like that.
is your favorite?
I also, one
And
of my favorite things about the videos are the bloopers at the end.
oh, there's a lot
Those
of
are
bloopers.
those those are funny.
I have tried to no, kind of I've tried to do in the beginning. I tried to do kind of a
In the
script
in the
thing
beginning, in the
in the
beginning.
beginning. I try to do like script, maybe like certain points, maybe script something,
Yeah,
or to go into these videos with like a plan of this is what I want to record, and then like this is the way I want to do it, right? Um, but that's just not me. I
Yeah.
don't. It's more like we're going and we're just gonna see how it goes. The main part is just let's hang out.
Yeah.
That's the main part. So that's why there's a bunch of times a bunch of bloopers because I don't know what the heck I'm talking about. And I always fumble over my words and what. So yeah, there's a bunch of that. So I could only imagine if there was a script at all, how much I'd just like, what? But yeah, I've added that just so like to add another realness, kind of,
Yeah.
you know.
I mean, I'm definitely I feel the same way when it comes to that
Hmm.
on my end because there's times where I've had people, I've had guests on the show, and
Yeah,
I I write out a run of show
yeah,
just so I can hit some certain topics. So I'm
yeah,
like, oh, I want to ask this, I want to ask this. But sometimes for the most part, that goes out the window. And as I'm talking to the person, then I think to myself, oh, I haven't like I didn't ask these questions, but in my head I'm like, oh,
yeah,
but I asked these other questions. And it's a good thing that you do because you're letting it's kind of like you're letting the adventure take you where it's going to take you
yeah, yeah.
instead of being rigid as well, I have to do this, let me get this setup shot, and then like it's like no, let's have fun, let's see what happens.
Well, I think I mentioned this to you one time when Craig and we only had one episode on this podcast that we had, and we recorded a good like 35-40 minutes of it. And it was like pretty scripted, like, oh, this, and then mention
Yeah.
this.
Was
And
it the
then,
football thing that you guys were doing, or the
yeah,
football?
yeah,
Right.
it
Right.
was the XFL one. So we did that and we pushed stop recording and we both looked at each other and we had the same exact thought, like, yo, that was trash, man. Like that was not good. Like and we said, let's just throw this out. And
Yeah.
let's just talk how we talk and just do this. And we're like, all right, cool. Yeah. And it was a whole lot better. But again, that was just him and I.
Yeah.
It's very different for you because you have, first of all, you've had like people on your podcast, not just like, hey, I'm just gonna have the trash guy. Like you've
Yeah.
had people on your show. So you definitely have to have at least some form of script, and then you have to hit on some points because some of these questions that you've asked these people, it's like that's what I want to know. Like
Yeah.
that's actually exactly what I want to know, you know. Like with AJ. And I appreciate you giving me, like, you asked me two or three if I wanted to ask two or three questions,
Yeah.
you know, and
I think
you letting
actually
me do
I think one of the episodes I had him on, I think I had you ask like 5 questions.
that. Okay. Well, one of them was, like, I honestly wanted to know, like, all right, so you won. What now? Like, the day after you wake up, so that was really cool too
Yeah.
for him to answer that. That was really awesome. But yeah, for you it's very different from podcast interviewing people to I just go out and go.
Yeah.
There's been a
Oh
couple
yeah.
times. There's been a couple times where at some of these things they're like, "Oh, do you want to at like the zoo? Do you want to talk to like the chef or type of like interview thing? Type do like an interview type something?" And
Yeah.
I'm like, "No, no, like, I don't know what the heck to ask."
Yeah. I think I think you'll definitely be able to get there like once you do it. But also like you're the driving force of the adventure, right? So it's just you, meaning like you don't have sit down interviews. Um,
Yeah,
and even the questions that you've asked people when you're at the events, it just
yeah.
it just like hey, like I've said before, everything feels very organic. Um, so now that I've been very vague about what you may be doing to celebrate
Hmm.
1,000,
I've been very vague too.
okay,
Yeah,
but you haven't said anything yet, right?
nothing
Okay,
yet.
do
Nothing yet.
we do we know when you may announce? what you
Uh,
might be doing?
honestly, I was gonna just like
Just whenever?
look that that day type of thing.
Okay.
I mean, unless
Well,
and I'm completely fine. Like if you wanted to do like an announce thing, then like cool.
oh
I
no, no,
just
no.
was like, let's
No, I was okay, so for everybody watching and listening, I know exactly what you're going to be doing,
yeah.
but that's as far as I'm going to say. But that's all I'm going to say because
Okay.
I also don't want to say anything more because then it might give away something. You know what I mean?
I know there's been a couple things where like I want to, but then I'm like, no, but actually that might
Yeah.
but then at the same time I'm kind of like, but why have it so like there's no reason honestly to like it's more just of like the buildup, right? And the
Correct. Well, I think that's
I
I
think
I think that's the payoff. It's the because yeah, you don't have to keep it secret.
yeah, there's no
I
it's
don't I
not
don't
like
have to keep it secret.
yeah, there's no I guess there's no real reason of like oh like it's just
Yeah.
more of the
The
surprise
yeah,
type
it's
thing. Yeah.
it's 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 about the reveal.
In case anyone's wondering, like, well, why so much secrecy? It's just the fun part of
Yeah.
ah,
Yeah, correct.
you know
I
that.
think but see I think that's another thing that you'll as you figure out when you're going to do it, which
Yeah.
is it fair to say that it's going to happen soon?
Yes.
Is that fair to say? Okay.
Pretty
Um
soon. But it I should say I was not planning anything, first of all. Well, okay. I never thought
well,
I'd even get to 1,000.
what I was going to say is you weren't okay, it's not like the 1,000 happened.
Very vague conversation, right? I know.
it's not it's not as if the 1,000 happened and then you said I'm going to do this
Yes.
specifically because, right?
True. Yes. Yes.
You said I'm going to do this
Yes.
and it would be nice. I think your exact words would I think it would be nice if,
If correct. That's
but you
true.
kept saying, but I'm not expecting it.
Yeah.
I think you actually said, I'm not expecting it anytime soon. And then the numbers just kept going,
No.
boop, 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 boop. And you're like, hold on, what's
Well,
going
look,
on?
look when we were talking about this, then I was like at 850,
Yeah,
if not even a bit below that. So that's why I was like, yeah, it's it would be awesome,
yeah, yeah.
but I don't think so.
So yeah, the thing that's gonna happen,
Oh, wow.
the thing,
The
um,
thing.
was is it fair to say it was planned before, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. And then it just everything has happened to fall into place.
Yes. But there was plans though that
Yeah,
when the thing happens that uh things were going to be got for like a celebration like oh
yeah,
because I tried to do I've done a couple giveaways, so 250,
yeah.
500, and then now the 1,000 subscriber. It was like it was planned that I wanted to do a giveaway, so
Oh,
then that's
so you've already shared that you're doing a giveaway. Like, you're doing a
yes,
giveaway.
I
Oh,
have
okay, okay.
shared. I will be doing a giveaway for the 1,000th subscriber. And I said, hey, if we get to 2,000 within the time of then to then, it's a huge
Yeah,
ask. Then we could do a double. But
yeah,
that's crazy. That's
yeah, yeah.
that's like
Hey, crazy things have happened before.
crazy
The
things I've happened before. I
the
know.
New England Patriots were supposed to lose against the Atlanta Falcons in the Super
That's
Bowl,
very
and look
true.
what happened.
That is very true. Yep. Yep.
Um, yeah. So yeah. So without that's as far as I'm gonna say anything because,
Well,
like I
and
said,
then
I don't
also,
want to
like
give anything away.
I haven't also said anything too because I'm like, well, I don't know if you also want to keep like a No. So that's why at the same time I'm like, no,
Yeah, but
like,
now that you say, so I wasn't saying anything because I didn't want to step on your toes, but now that you're saying it, I'm like, yeah, maybe we shouldn't say anything
mhm.
and just kind of tease,
Yeah.
well, well. And then I think, you know what would be, well, maybe it's something we should talk off camera. Because I was going to say
Okay.
something, but if I say something, then I might be giving something away. So never mind. We're not going to do that.
Got it.
So guys, look out.
We
We have
won't do
about 4
that.
minutes.
Just we won't do that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Got
Uh,
it. Yeah.
we have about 4 minutes left before it times out. So real quick, look out
Yeah.
for but again, you haven't specifically said when you're thinking about announcing like what the giveaway is going to be or
No,
when.
because so I just know that we're gonna get something. I'm not too
Yeah,
sure.
got it.
I'm
That makes
gonna
sense.
get, and it's not gonna be like just one giveaway. I want to do two or three different things to give away.
Yeah,
So it's not just like a hey, just one winner.
yeah. A
If I
couple
can, I
winners.
would love to give everybody, but can't
A
do that.
thousand
Not
win.
right now. At least not right now.
Yeah,
If y'all want to help me get more subscribers, then I can get that. I can get that ad money
yeah.
to do
Hey.
that. Yeah.
Um, but yeah, again, I want to say congratulations again
Thank you.
from seeing when you first started to now. I mean, you have people coming up to you saying, "Hey, I want to meet you."
Yeah, it's
I
crazy.
mean, that's insane. I don't think you even when you started it, I'm sure you thought, "Oh, this is going to be for fun." And now people are like, "Hey, it's dude. It's you." And you're like, "Yeah, it's me." Like,
It it's pretty crazy that there's people also. One of a big person that's helped a lot is this guy named Tran, who's helped a lot, and he has been also helping to push my stuff.
yeah.
He before the channel and stuff, he didn't know me at all, but just him being an awesome dude has been like, no, I want to help you out in any which way I can. He's the reason why we've gone to a couple of these anime con things. Like he gave me a weekend pass because he's like, no, I want you there because I want
Yeah.
you to be able to record these things. There's someone else who allowed me to do the movie screening. His name is Adrian, where he reached out and he said, "Hey, I want you to be there because I want to help grow this channel because
Yeah.
I just really like what you're doing." And that means a lot to have. They're not random people anymore, but at first to have random people be willing to um, do work to push the channel out there, it's insane. Again,
Yeah.
I'm just a random dude, and it's crazy
Hell yeah.
to have that.
So guys, again, tell them where they can find you one more time.
On YouTube, Dude with a Crew, Dood with a crew spelled CRU, Dude with a Crew. And then Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. If you're on YouTube and you just want to look up Fresno Chaffee Zoo, I'm not saying this because I'm like, hey, because my videos are dope or anything like that, but I'm the only one who's consistently putting out zoo videos. I got like 50 plus zoo videos out there.
Yeah.
So if you can just look up Fresno Chaffee Zoo or Fresno Zoo, a bunch of my videos are going to pop up.
So guys, go watch. My brother has all kinds of adventures. Go check him out. Make sure you rate, like, share, and subscribe to my brother's YouTube channel, Dude with a Crew, and make sure it, Alexa. Thank you. I appreciate it. And
You're like,
remember
oh,
to
okay.
share, like, rate, and subscribe the Jesus Show, not that one. And
Yeah.
who knows, maybe we'll get my brother to 2,000 followers soon. So once again, guys, thank you very much for watching and listening. Greg, thank you very much.
Thank you. I really
And
appreciate you allowing me to come onto your show
of course, man.
to plug in my stuff.
And and we'll see you guys next week. Thanks.
Later.